Hello friends, this is Deepak and with me is Sanjeev ji. And I will be conducting an FBAR webinar coming up. It's in April?
In May 13th.
May 13th. There we go. Sorry. This year is a weird year for all sorts of dates. We are totally confused about dates. As you guys know, the tax deadline for the state of California has been extended to October 16th. So please do pay attention to that. But once again, as a reminder, that is an extension only for filing your taxes. If you owe any taxes, maybe you sold some stocks or sold some property, had some other situation where you generated some extra income, and if you owe any taxes, we recommend you file your tax return as soon as possible and pay those taxes. Technically, you should have already paid them, but if you haven't, you should still pay them now, so that way you avoid as much penalty as possible.
Or if you have investments in other states,
yes,
like real estate, or you are having a business interest, you have a business, you own a gas station, restaurant, or whatnot in other states, or you're partner in one of those states, the state businesses, then you definitely have to file on time.
Yeah, so be careful with that, right? If you have LLCs maybe in other places, S Corp in other places, all those kind of situations, don't wait till October.
So it's not IRS has extended the deadline for every state, only 3 states, California, Georgia, and Alabama.
Yeah, you guys are special. All right. Okay, so that's about that. But I want to talk to you guys about FBAR because in this next free webinar, we will be addressing 2 topics. One is the real estate, and second thing is FBAR. And those of you guys who are new to United States, FBAR is not a tax. It's a reporting requirement. No. Basically, the U.S. government says, look, if you have an account outside of United States and you have at least $10,000 or more in that account, combined all of those accounts together, we want to know about those accounts. We want to keep a tab on it. We want to make sure nothing fishy is going on. It's really that simple. There's no tax, but they still want you to file that report. Now, most of our clients have been here for many, many years, yes, and they've been filing FBAR religiously again and again. So, Sanjeevji, what is it that we can tell people that we haven't really told them so far?
Well, basically, a lot of people are still not aware of the filing requirement. We still get a lot of consultations, still get a lot of people coming forward and saying, oh, I came to know right now, I don't know what to do.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Still, there are lots and lots of people who does not know about FBAR. So for those people who does not know FBAR, of course, this webinar is there. But for those people also who knows about FBAR, the problem with that FBAR filing is FinCEN 114 form is a complex form. And in India, we have a lot of assets. We have a bank account, we have a CD, RD, we have insurance policies, we have PPF accounts, we have national savings certificate, we have other kind of liquid investments. People they can miss those investments. They know about the FD, but they don't know about other investments. Or their parents might have done investment in their name. They even don't know. Their parents might be filing returns in their name. They even don't know those things. How they came to know? Suddenly maybe due to death of the parents, they come to know about that one, or they've accidentally found out about that one. So the question that normally comes up, hey, I came to know about this, what to do now? Or I was filing my FBAR, but I did not notice this. I have mutual funds, or I do not report the insurance policies, or I did not report the PPF accounts. How to do that? Or PPF account got matured. Now how to report that one? I have been reporting Citibank interest in, because Citibank send you a broker send in an interest statement, so you know that. But if other banks are not sending it, I have not reported that. What should I do? So it's not only for those people who does not know, but also for people who know but have not been filing correctly, and what steps they should do, and how to go about, how to become compliant moving forward.
Yeah. So what Sanjeev is saying, like if you've been doing it for a while, it's a good reminder website. A reminder webinar. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time. It's like we're not going to dedicate 2 hours just talking about FBAR. Most of the time will be spent on real estate section. So if you already know about FBAR, it's a great webinar for you anyway, because you will learn about all sorts of strategies related with real estate. Now, if you're not sure what FBAR is or what are the requirements, then it can act as a great learning lesson for you. And I'll tell you why you want to learn about it. Because penalties for not filing are huge.
Among us.
Right? You'll be surprised. Matter of fact, the first time when people learn about these penalties, they are shocked. Like, why would that be? So let me ask Sanjeevji, if I don't file an FBAR, and I had a foreign income, not an income necessarily, just a deposit in a bank account, let's just say. Forget about the income. You do need to, by the way, report foreign income on your tax return,
Yeah.
but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about your liquid assets, your bank account in India. Maybe you have a CD or FD or something like that. And let's say you have $11,000 in there. And if I don't file the FBAR, what happens to me, Sanjeev?
So if you're not filed that FBAR, by regulation, you will be subject to penalties. Penalties can be, there are two types of penalties, civil penalties and criminal penalties. Civil penalties can go up to 50% of the value of that asset, so 50% $11,000. And criminal penalties will also apply because you are aware of the regulations, you cannot plead ignorance, you are aware of the regulations, in spite of that, you did not do it. And criminal penalties can be very bad. It can be up to 5 years in jail.
So can you imagine, just because you missed a silly form that you were supposed to fill out, right? And I'm making it a little bit easier than what it really is. In reality, it is a complex form,
It's a complex
right?
form.
So I'm not trying to make it look like simple. But all I'm saying is, after all, it's just a reporting requirement, right? Just because you missed that reporting, you could be penalized 50% of what you have in that foreign account.
Plus criminal penalties can also apply.
Right.
You have to really prove that you were not willful, and so other things are there. But remember, see, that when we talk about FBAR, when we talk about things, people don't do this FBAR just because they think how they're going to find out.
Yes.
Or second thing they always say is, if is my after tax money, I can do anything with my after tax money. I pay taxes here on that money. Why should I report that account when I'm just transferring money from here to there? So this is the typical. These are the typical questions that people do ask. So answer to the first question is how they're going to find out, because of FATCA requirement, Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act, which was passed in 2015. All the banks, all the financial institutions are obliged to report the accounts held by United States citizens, green card holders, resident aliens to US by regulation. Otherwise, they will not be signatory to the treaty, and because of that, they will lose a lot of exposure to US stock markets, and they don't want to lose that one. So they have to comply with this regulation. That's why in India we have KYC, know your customer, or when you go and they ask you for social security number or they ask for your driver license, they want to update those information, and that's where the FATCA requirement comes into picture. So don't try to be in that negative sense, oh, how they will come to find out. They will come to know about it. That's number one. Number two, the people do ask, my account was opened in different name. Now my name is different. But the problem they don't understand is, of course, the account is in your like a before marriage name, but when you go forward and go to the bank and try to withdraw money, they will ask all the information. They will ask all those things. They will make a record of it. So my request for that is, don't even attempt to say that, oh, how they will come to find out, how they will find out about this one. And the second thing they ask is, if I'm paying after tax money, why should I report it? Because you are paying after tax money, but you're investing that money and growing that money, and that's where they want to target that foreign income. Like anything, any other investment, you invest after tax money in real estate, you invest after tax money in mutual funds, you invest after tax money in brokerage accounts, in stocks. So are you not reporting those gains from stock sales? Same thing, same rule applies. It's a unique rule, but that's unique to US, so we have to comply with the regulation.
Now, I know I might have scared some of you guys by putting down that 50% penalty, right? So I want to calm fears a little bit, so don't get too scared.
That's the maximum penalty, but there are ways to,
Right. So there are some streamlined procedures that you can take advantage of and become compliant without having to pay that 50% penalty. So just want to bring that up. And Sanjeev will go into more details on the webinar, so you can learn all about that there. So if you haven't filed it for years and wondering what to do, great webinar for you to join and learn.
Yeah.
So that's all I have for you guys today. Please do join us for that webinar. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. You can sit on a couch and watch it. I think it will be a great informative lesson for you guys to learn about FBAR. And obviously, like I said, majority of the webinar will be dedicated to real estate. So we're going to be talking about that in a great detail. So once again, thank you, Sanjeevji. And I'll look forward to seeing you on the webinar and definitely seeing you guys on the webinar as well. Thank you.